sun is back in Diamante. I'm down here on the waterfront. I've got my Cedro Spritz. Cedro is a citrus fruit that's local here. It's incredible. It's like a lime, but not quite. So my days are getting short. I leave Diamante on Monday, be home on Tuesday. So still trying to work through all the material. The views of Diamante from land are gorgeous. But a good friend of ours, Angelo, invited me out on his boat a little while back, and I'll tell you, the views from the waterfront are just something completely different. So hope you keep enjoying. I'm certainly enjoying this weather. All right, here we go. So our good friend Angelo invited me to join him on his boat. We left the Belvedere Marina around sunrise, and I'll tell you, the views of the Calabrian coast are just spectacular. This is just setting sail. There's Angelo looking back, looking south. The mountains sort of just peeking out of the clouds. Again, just breathtaking. The water here is just clear, turquoise blue, royal blue. Really incredible. So Angelo and his family run multiple stores here in the community. I mean, just the most wonderful family you could imagine. But given the significant tourism in Diamante in the summer, Angelo shared with me that once the tourists leave by mid-September, it affords them the opportunity to get out and fish most of the week, which he just loves. No radar on this boat. Angelo does it the old-fashioned way. He's looking for the bait fish on the surface. Off in the distance is Cirella. You'll see a fort on Cirella Island now. I'll tell you a little bit about it more later, but that's looking down from Cirella, down towards Diamante, back down towards Belvedere, and those are all the Polino Mountains. Now there's Cirella Island coming up on our right. This was an island that was attacked by the Saracens from North Africa. They overran the island. They overran the community. The inhabitants of Cirella all moved their community north, up on top of higher ground, like much of Calabria is today. But it's still a beautiful thing to see. And on this particular day, the sights, the beauty, was more in abundance than the fish, but that's okay, because as the old saying goes, a bad day fishing is better than a good day working. This is looking north. Now there's Cirella, and you'll see that the remnants of that last structure on the island. So now, look at how calm, and the water like this, it's pretty typical. It's pretty calm like this, but for a storm that we had earlier this week. This is looking back down the coast. Now I've always told my friends, and if you've ever been to Hawaii, you've noticed that there are similarities where, especially on the Big Island, where you have these very jagged peaks, very quickly drop down to the sea. Look at that royal blue water. This is looking back. There's Belvedere. You can see the Centro Storico on the white on top of that hill. You can see the beachfront in Belvedere there, right along the water, looking back up in the direction of Diamante to the north. This is very different. It's a very different footprint than Tuscany. It's not rolling hills. These are very jagged peaks, but those are all the Polino Mountains behind Belvedere. These communities, they fish. Fishing is a primary activity. My impression is that a number of these communities were started as fishing communities, and they'll fish anything from here. You'll get all sorts. And now we're on our way back to my village, my adopted village of Diamante. Just beautiful. Just absolutely a very special place. I can't believe we've just connected with this village about a year ago, and it feels like it's always been home. And that's really just because of the people. The people here have just been incredible to us. And as I was sharing with a friend this morning, above everything else, it's those personal relationships that matter. So you can see the Centro and Diamante, the Lungomare to the right. Our home is up a little bit on the hill and backs up to those mountains. Our adopted home, Diamante. Have a great night.